You know the story we hear the next day? Mom throws boy in the gorilla enclosure. That's what we... She's like, 2016 also brought us stuff like, you remember Gorillagate? The boy that fell into the gorilla enclosure? See, that's how crazy 2016 was. I said Gorillagate, a couple people were like, yeah, and then I went the boy, oh yeah, that gorilla incident, that's right. There were so many gorilla incidents, we got lost track of them. Boy falls into the gorilla enclosure. They shoot and kill the gorilla to save the boy. That was a horrible story. It was a sad story because that was a beautiful animal. You saw the animal? It was beautiful. I'm gonna be honest, because I'm honest with every audience I perform in front of. I'm gonna be honest. When I heard the story, mom at the zoo loses track of the boy. Boy gets in the gorilla enclosure. They shoot and kill the animal to save the boy. I didn't see a picture and I didn't see a video. My first thought, honestly, was, white people. That was my first thought. White people, of course white people can't keep track of the kids. Of course that's what happened. Then I saw the picture and the video. Do you know? It's a black family. I thought, oh my goodness, this changes everything. First of all, that woman's gonna lose her black mama card. That's what's gonna happen. She's gonna lose her black mama card. Now this is what we know, okay? This is what we know. Eyewitnesses, people standing nearby. So the boy's 4. Mom's at the zoo, she's got other kids. And the boy says, I'm going in that gorilla enclosure. And the mom says, no, you're not. And the boy says, yes, I am. And then that point is when I lost my mind. Because as a black man who has a black mama, I didn't know that you could say something back to mama after mama said something to you. That is a cheat code I didn't have as a kid. I'm like, my goodness. Because let me tell you something, if this is me at 4 with my mom, let me tell you folks something. My mom was a bad man. My mom was a bad man. And if that's me at the zoo at 4 with my mom, we don't hear the same story we heard about this boy. We don't hear that. That story doesn't even develop the same way. I'm 4 at the zoo with my mom. I'm going in that gorilla enclosure. No, you're not. Yes, I am. You know the story we hear the next day? Mom throws boy in the gorilla enclosure. That's what we... She's like, all right, there he is. That's him. Let's go. Let's go. He lives there now. Come on, let's go. Started a big debate. It did. It went to the internet. That started a big debate. People to hashtag justice for Harambee. We got to get justice for this. People want to bring the mom up on charges. They don't know the mom. They weren't there. Oh, we got to do it. Look, I'm going to tell you something about the internet. The internet is the greatest and the worst invention we've ever done. It's great. Sure. It is great because it makes the world smaller, brings us closer together. It is horrible because it lets everyone believe that their opinion is important, and it's not. It's not at all. It's not at all. A lot of people just People, oh, whose fault is it? Whose fault is it? Is it the mom's fault? Is it the zoo's fault? Let's do a poll, shall we? By applause, how many people think it was the zoo's fault? By applause. Okay, all right, couple, all right. By applause, how many people think it was the mom's fault? Okay, all right, okay. By the way, that's not everybody. That's interesting because the people that didn't vote, those are the only 2 choices. I'm not really sure what's going on here. That was odd. There's people like, oh, when he says gorilla, I'm gonna jump in. I'm gonna jump in on gorilla. When he's on gorilla, I'm gonna jump, oh, I missed it. There's no gorilla. I missed the vote. I missed the vote. And that's how Trump got elected. They missed the vote. They missed the vote. I only tell that joke here to see the applause, but I like the other people like, If you want to know whose fault it is, it's neither one of those 2. We'll go back. This is society's fault. This takes a good, long, harsh look in the mirror. Because once again, somebody convinced us that the way that we were raising our kids was wrong. The way you were raised was wrong. The way I was raised was wrong. And we can't discipline kids like that anymore. Not in public, because that kid will end up with low self-esteem. You know what else might happen to the kid? He might not end up in the middle of a gorilla enclosure. That's what also might happen to the kid. I'm going in that gorilla enclosure. No, you're not. Yes, I am. How? You can go to all the therapy you want to, but guess what? We just saved a gorilla. Look, I'm different than a lot of comics you may have seen just in your lifetime. I'm different. I watch the specials that are being filmed for VidAngel. I do my little research. I see all the comics that come out. They poke a little fun at you guys. They do. I see if you've been to more than one show, you come out, you see them, they're like, oh, just always that tongue-in-cheek. Look at me, I finally made it, filming my special in Utah, you know, that type of deal. Like, oh, it's great to be in Provo, wink, wink. Look, I'm a little different. I'm going to say this with all sincerity and honesty. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a pleasure to be back in Provo, Utah. All right? Yes. Here's the deal. I've done this a very long time. I only perform in 8 places in the United States per year. 8 places, that's it. Very selective about those places. It's only 8 places. The majority of my income is made by working in Canada. A lot of times after the show, people ask me, what are those 8 places? And I tell them, it's a long list, but it rotates about 8 every year. It's Seattle, it's Oregon, my hometown, San Diego. My home club is the Comedy and Magic Club in Hermosa Beach, California. It's Detroit, Milwaukee, Boston, and also on that list is Utah. And they always ask, well, where in Utah? And I only tell them Salt Lake City. I tell them Salt Lake City because, let's be truthful, outside of this state, that's the only city the average American knows that's in Utah. I don't give them the list. I don't have time to point out on a map. I don't tell them Ogden, West Valley City, Park City, Provo, Price. You heard me, Price. Price. I've been multiple times to Price, so you people don't scare me. You understand what I'm saying? None you have here that scares me. 8 places, that's it. 8 places in the United States. A lot of times people ask me why that is, and I tell them the truth. I've done this a long time. I've done this since I was 17 years old. This November, that'll be 35 years that this has been my job. That's nice of you. That's nice of you, and the rest of you people, I'll give you a chance to do math. Because yes, this is 51. This right here is 51, because black don't crack. That's 51. A lot of times people ask me, what is it? Why is it that you only work in the 8 places? And I tell them the truth. 30 plus years of doing this, I have run out of patience for the stupidity of the average American audience. So I've narrowed it down to 8 places where when I show up, I know that you guys will understand what the hell I'm talking about. We are working on some sort of IQ reduction program in this country. That I can't fight the battle anymore. We are getting stupider as a society. And I know stupider, not even a real word. But if I said more stupid, the stupiders would go, you mean stupider? Be right back to where we started. People wonder, well, I know, you're sitting there, you're wondering, what's the act like? What is the act about? Well, I'll tell you, it's clean, as the prerequisite, but there's also an edge. Oh, there's an edge. I'm not young, I told you, I'm 51. I'm not the happy, peppy, chipper comic comes out here with all the energy, go, oh, I hope they like me. I don't care if... I don't care. I come out and just do what it is I do. Now, I try to view the audience and see what goes on because I try to help out people. I know there's a lot of young people here. I know it's not legal when I do this, but I do. When I perform, I do a lot of, outside the 8 clubs, I do a lot of theaters. And I try to skew that audience to be 35 and up because that is my audience. I'll be honest with you. If you're below 35, don't even talk to me. Don't. I got nothing to hear from you. You don't know anything about life. Keep it to yourself. I don't want to hear anything out of your mouth till you're 35 years old. You're not an adult. You're not an adult till you're 35. As far as I'm concerned, you can sit with the rest of the kids at the card table at Thanksgiving till you're 35 and then move on over to the big table. That's what I say. And look, guys, look at the people. I know the people that are applauding, they're with me. Look at the young people here. They're a little angry. They're, What are you talking about? I'm 24. I'm an adult. Really? Can't rent a car? Shut up. That's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you. Where are the millennials, the young folks? Where are you? Where are you? Okay, that's energy. That's what I like to hear. How old are you, my dear? 24. That was very pronounced how she said, I am 24. I'm part of that joke. Here's what I say. I do try to help. Now, as much as I am this guy that talks about the millennial and stuff like that, I do try to help. I will defend your generation. Because here's the knock on the millennials and their generation. You hear it all the time, the young people. You hear that you are a coddled generation, and then when you get turned out into the real world, you're not ready for the real world, and you end up back at home, right? That's the knock on them. That's not their fault. Don't ever talk about them that's saying that's their fault. That's not on them. That's on you as a parent. Because at some point in time, we changed parenting. And somebody told the young people, oh, you have to tell them to follow their dreams. Just encourage them. Don't listen to anyone. You just follow your dreams no matter what somebody says. And they get turned out in the real world, and they realize there's no financial backing for a cat water park, and then they're back in your house. That's you. That's your fault. I try to bring them in the show early, because I know. Because right now, 24, I'm going to talk up here for 40, 45 minutes, and then you're going to sit there and stare and wonder why people are laughing at me. But in 10 years, you'll think I'm a genius. That's how it works. So I try to help. At 24, you enjoy every bit of your life. At 24, I'm going to give you the facts of life, and all the people that are out there that are in that same age range. Enjoy every bit of it, the real facts of life. Not the stuff that's peddled to you, the real, raw, honest facts of life. That life is unfair, life is ironic, life does not always work out. Am I right so far? Life is hilarious at times when it shouldn't be. Not everyone gets a trophy. There is no such thing as a participant ribbon. It is first, second, and third place. If you don't get one of those, then you just tell people you were there. You understand? That nobody came back from Brazil with a participant ribbon. That's what I'm saying. Enjoy every bit of your life. Because at 24, the truth of life is, at 24, you got about 4 more years till it's different. I'm not saying over, I'm just saying it's different. You taking things for granted at 24. 24, I bet you can eat a meal and then do something right afterwards, can't you? I bet you can. Yeah, you hold on to that. The body can't be multitasking like that forever. 51 years old, you eat a sandwich, be in the middle of a conversation, go, ooh, I gotta lie down. I gotta lie down. Yeah, I just ate, I can digest or talk to you, but I can't do both. I will talk to you after my nap, but right now I need to be in a bed. That's where I need to be. And people hear me talk about this and they get angry. They go, oh, don't tell young people that. Life begins at 40. Life is well over by 40. Get your act together by 28. Look, if you want to know what the perfect model for life is, Benjamin Button, that's the perfect model for life. Because you peak physically and mentally at the same time. 24, that's the top of the game. If you're an athlete, you're strong, you could run, you could jump, but if somebody said use that effectively in a competition, you wouldn't know how to do it. And by the time you got the wisdom able to do it effectively, you can't get out of a chair. Try to bring people on board. People in denial there. I try to bring them on board. How old are you, sir? 46? How old are you, my friend? 51. Gentlemen here, arm cross. 50, all right, we're all about the same. But that didn't even matter where we were. If we were even 30-something, we're still the same, because we're past 28. Because that's what it is. Because you know what we say on a regular basis, the 24 never says? I think I slept wrong last night. Look at the young faces in this room. They don't even know what I'm talking about. Don't you just fall asleep? Oh, yeah, you used to. Then wait till one night you're getting ready for bed. Wait for that to happen. I got to get ready for bed. Because last Wednesday I slept wrong, and then I was messed up till Friday. So this time, wait till you wake up in the morning with gray hair and acne. What in the world? How am I going backwards and forwards at the same time? I wish I had better news for you, young people. I do. I wish you. So you got 4 years. You enjoy it. Coast it all the way, and then 28, just ride it on out. Because there are times I drive by the cemetery and go, you lucky scoundrels, look at you. I wish it got better. I wish it did. It don't. Doesn't at all. That's what I've become in this. That's what I've become in my old age. I'm at a point in my life. If you like technology, got a lot of technology going on. If anybody asks you, because they might, they say, hey, when did Lamont quit on technology? You tell them 51. That's when I quit. I've clocked out 51. I got enough. Got enough up here. Don't need any more. Got it all. I'm good. But I know everything. I don't pay attention to it anymore. I'm good. I'm fine. I know that, you know when I drew the line? Snapchat, that's when I drew the line. I did, I know. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I know the young people, you know what it is because you use it. I don't know, and don't tell me. I don't want it up here. I don't want it. I don't want it. It sounds dirty in the first place. It does. Sounds dirty. You want to see my Snapchat? No. No. Why would you say that? This is mixed company. No. It's a photo app. I know that much. It's a photo app because this is what this society is. We love taking pictures because there's no accountability. You don't have to make any decisions. Look at it. Look, here's 1,500 pictures of me. I just went outside for 10 minutes. Look at that. Because you just take pictures till the battery in the camera dies. That's it. See? It's a different generation. Folks my age, we had to make decisions because our camera had 24 pictures. And you had to make harsh decisions about what you took pictures. There are times your friends go, hey, could you take a picture of me? You're like, ooh, I got 3 left, so no. Yeah, I got you on another roll, so no, I can't do that. Try. I'm at a point in my life where I just want respect. I don't care whether it's earned or not. When I go to the bank, I like to be called Mr. Ferguson. Mr. Ferguson, that's what I like to be called. You know what I found out? That title directly associated with the balance of your bank account. That's what that is. You gotta have at least a comma. At least a comma will get you Mr. You walk in the bank with 46 bucks in your bank account, that's a first name bank account. That's what that is. 46 bucks, what's up, dude? That's what 46 bucks is. And you gotta watch out because it happens fast. You don't even realize how fast it happens. Ooh, well, one time I went in the bank and felt good. I had $1,010 in my bank account. They go, what can we do for you today, Mr. Ferguson? I go, I'd like to withdraw $20. Here's your money, Lamont. It happens that fast. As a comic, the first place you get to choose your level of respect when you travel is on the plane. When you buy the plane ticket, you get to have that pull-down menu. That's the first place you go to. They get to choose Mr., Mrs., Ms., Doctor. Ooh, look, talk about respect. Maybe I should take Doctor. I'm here to tell you, do not take Doctor. Because that one can backfire on you. Because you could be on the plane and they actually need a doctor, and then you are 0 for 1 in your medical career. So do not take Doctor. You know what I am on every single flight? People don't even realize this is an option. I am professor on every single flight. Professor. That will never backfire because never in the history of aviation has there ever been an educational emergency. Never. Never. Is there a professor on board? No, that's never been asked. And even if it was, how bad could it be? Is there a professor on board? Why, yes, I'm a professor. What seems to be the problem? This plane left Chicago at 8 a.m. going 500 miles an hour. No. No one's ever asked that. Where I sit, that's all I try to do. Try to just make things a little better. I'm looking at the year. We're in 2017. It's all right. To be honest with you, the measure is it's just as long as it's not 2016, right? Because 2016 was 2016 was horrible and surprising. It brought us stuff that we never thought about, and that was a situation. 2016 brought us clowns. Yeah, you heard me, clowns. There was a clown situation in 2016. People were like, what are we gonna do about all these clowns? Clowns was a thing. Clowns. I don't even know how we still have clowns. Like how are they a thing? Like how are we still, nobody likes them. Nobody likes them at all. They're scary, they're creepy. Nobody likes them. The breakdown, everybody thinks they're scary and creepy, and the only thing that keeps clowns alive are clowns. That's the only thing that's going on. The clown lobby is very strong. It goes guns, alcohol, clowns. That's the lobby ranking. People don't even realize that. They're scary. No one likes them. No one. Then I'll tell you how powerful they are. Take a look around at all the people that are in this room right now. We could put up a pretty good stand if we had some type of enemy invasion. If one clown walked in here right now, we'd be like, oh, we gotta go. We gotta go. No, there's one clown. That can't be good. Why is one clown here? No, one clown? No, that's not good. 50 clowns, sure, that's funny. They came in one car, but not one clown. No. My mom was like I said, my mom was a bad man. And I don't mean was as in past tense. Still alive, talk to her today. Still alive. I'm talking about in her mama prime. She was a bad man. I'm the oldest of 4 children. My mother's a stay-at-home mom. My father was a nuclear engineer, gone all the time. So when you get in the house, you're in the house with 4 kids, makes you a little crazy. My mom once said to us, your father's going to come home and find you kids buried in the backyard. Yeah, you hear that when you're 7. It's time to straighten up and listen to the crazy woman. Because, you know, at 7, I'm only going on hearsay that I'm the oldest. Think about that. That's what she said to us. Those where I can get a phone right now and call my mom. She will verify this. That's what she said to us. Your father's going to come home, find you kids buried in the backyard. That's what she said. You understand the impact of that? That means in her head, she had already killed us. Do you understand that? It was a done deal. She had killed us and buried in our own backyard. Didn't even try to hide us. Like, here they are right here. I did it. Take me to jail so I can get some peace and quiet. My mom's favorite phrase, you had all day. It's my mom's favorite phrase. Anyone else's, you had all day. What she meant by that was no matter what you were about to do, you had all day to do it. Now you're just messing up her day. We're about to go to the store. Okay, I gotta go to the bathroom. You had all day to go to the bathroom, and you wait until now. Here's the beauty of that. That's crazy logic, but here's the beauty of that. It helps. I use it today, not with my kids, just in general. I'm driving down the street, somebody turns left in front of me. You had all day to turn left, and you wait until now. A little fired up. I have the kids, that'll do it. I have kids. I have 4 kids, which is too many kids. That is, 4 kids is way too many kids. Look, if this was 1817, sure, have 4 kids. 2017, no reason for me to have 4 kids. There are no more fields to plow. No reason for me to have 4 kids. My kids are spread all throughout the historical timeline. I'll give you the oldest, I'll give you the youngest, and the people that are staring at me, you'll understand all this crankiness. On September 3rd of this year, my oldest, Alex, will turn 29 years old. On September 27th of the same year, Olivia, the youngest, will turn 4. Oh yes, it's like that. Yes. Because I found out that apparently my lot in life is to produce a new human being every decade. Like an automaker, just roll it out on the assembly line. Would you take a look at that? That is the 2010 Ferguson. Would you take a look at that? Yes, indeed. It's a hybrid. And though we're filming, I still would like to acknowledge the crowd. We'll see what's going on, and I cannot oversee this. I just had to get stuff out of the way first to establish that we're doing something. I'm guessing congratulations is in order. You're quite welcome. When is the date? Or this is, well, we're married? We're married? Or what are we? Getting married. Okay, that's what I thought. April 4th, all right. How long has the courtship been? Year and a half. How old are you? 21. 21. Hold up. I waited for a beat. I did. I waited for a beat because even in Utah, there was some judgment that took place right there. That was judgment from Utah that went, Courtship year and a half, 21. All right, I wish you the best. Let me ask you this. How did, what's your name? Sorry. Matt. Good-looking couple, by the way. You're quite welcome. How did he propose? He took you back to where you had your first kiss and the year marker? Oh, okay. Oh, well, very nice. Very nice. But then again, because he took me back to where we had our first kiss. That was a year and a half ago, for crying out loud. That's not that much of the memory thing that took place is what it is. He also lit fireworks. All right, man. All right. Oh, he lit fireworks after your first kiss?
No, but there was fireworks.
Oh, there were fireworks. Okay. I thought, oh, this is getting into serial killer type of energy here. On our first kiss, there were fireworks. I always knew you were the one. Hold up, Matt. Wait a minute. Wait a second, Matt. Here's where I'm gonna go. First of all, well, this is it's an anomaly. You guys know Utah's an anomaly as far as how this goes. 21, and then if we were outside of Utah and they go, 21, we're getting married, people would like, oh, we gotta stop this. But you guys are like, okay. Welcome to the village. Let me give a little public service announcement. I'm not sure if this will help you now, but later on in life, this might help you. I tried to do this. This is for women, a public service announcement on behalf of all men. If there are married people here, married women, you sit atop on everyone else. You listen more intently than anyone else in this room. What I'm about to tell you, ladies, bugs every single man in this room, but we've never told you about it. That's why I call it a public service announcement, to try to help out as far as what it goes. Married women, more intently than anyone else here. Well, women living with a guy, underneath them. Women don't fit into those two categories, underneath them. That encompasses every single woman here, but listen in that order of importance. Ladies, to you, on behalf of all men, through me. Ladies, if you come home and your man says to you, hey, Jane called, she said she wants you to call her back. That was the message, all right? There is no line of questioning that needs to follow this. The message relay is complete. Well, what did she say? She said she wants you to call her back. Well, how did she say it? Did she sound hungry? Are you kidding me? Ladies, I don't know what happens when you leave the house. I don't know what type of special operative Jack Bauer, Jason Bourne, secret agent life you were living. But I swear to you on behalf of all men here, we are not withholding any codes from you. Just call the woman back. Just call her back. Well, I can't just call her back blind. They got to find out what it is she wanted. I wonder what time she called. Man, take a look at the women looking at me with blank stares. He's silly, he don't know. Let me show you why it's a little crazy. Man comes home. Hey, Steve called, said he wants you to call him back. All right, thanks. That's it, the end. There's no, well, how does Steve sound? Is he trapped in a well? Do I need to get a posse? No. And here, while I'm at it, ladies, keep listening. There's no order. This is all women, same level. Let's say it's been a long day. You and your man have been out. It's been a long day. You're running errands, doing a bunch of stuff. You get a chance to get anything to eat. On your way home, you decide, let's stop at the fast food place, get some food, and take it back to the house. And while ordering, your man turns to you and says, would you like some French fries? And you say, no. That was your chance. There is no reason that once we pull up to the window, they hand us the bag. Now, we can't drive with the bag, so we hand you the bag. Now it's a race to get home because you're sitting there talking and eating and talking and eating, and those are our fries. That is the sound of men who have lost many a French fry in the battlefield of life. I mean, we love you to death, ladies, but oh my goodness, you get in there, you start eating and just talking and in the middle you have this realization, you go, you know what, those aren't even my fries. You're right, they're not your fries. You had your chance. I said this one night, a woman looked me dead in the face and said, they taste better when they're his. And every man's head in the room exploded, and every woman did exactly what you did. Yeah, that's right, finally someone put that into words. That's exactly right. Now also, let me kind of tell you this. Now this is not public service announcement. It still has to do with men and women. I gotta be very delicate about what I'm about to talk about. I'm not gonna generalize. It's not all women, okay? I'm not gonna say it's all women. It's a lot of women. Here's a scenario. When you're out at a restaurant, ladies, you got it? You're out at a restaurant, okay? From guys, we just questions. Ladies, like I said, very gingerly as I walk here. What? How come when you're out at a restaurant, ladies, you can't just order what it says on the menu. Why can't you just look at the menu and order the words it says on the menu? Every time that menu shows up, women, it's a suggestion. That's all that goes on there. Ooh, this is very nice. I see where you're going with this. But here's what I'd like to do. I'd like to take a couple of items from this dish and a couple of items from that dish. I'm making a whole new dish. And then I saw there's a restaurant up the street that has some things that you don't have. You can just send somebody down there. And there's an herb I like. If you plant it, I'll wait. Just order what it says. Men don't do this, by the way. We don't. I've done the research. We don't do this. You know what? If we do anything, you know what we do? We take away. That's all we do. Hey, this has bell pepper on it. Not a big fan of bell pepper. Not too much trouble. Could you not put bell pepper on it? Okay, that's it. Women, every time that menu shows up, it's an episode of Chopped every single time. People fly into the kitchen. I found out, not your fault. It's not your fault, ladies. It's not. It's not. It's what it's called. That's the problem. It's a menu. Menu. Men, you order from here. Women, we have no idea where you're ordering from. What we need is a woman-menu. We need a woman-menu. It's just a big piece of paper. It's got a picture of the earth on it. Now, this is a restaurant. I like this. This is what we're looking for. This is why I think differently. It's 8 places, 8 places that people go, okay, we get it. We see what goes on. Outside of those 8 places, oh my goodness, especially with young people. I try to bring young people in. In the 8 places, I can try and do my best to bring the young people in. Outside of the 8 places, I have a better chance of making young people outside of those 8 places laugh with my car keys than I would to I just walk and if I could make fart noises on their bellies, I'd be a genius, is what I'm saying. I just think differently, that's all. Watching TV, it doesn't help. I was watching the Miss USA pageant recently. And I've come to the conclusion that the most useless part of any beauty pageant is the question and answer portion of the beauty pageant. Like it is always, you watch at home and you get awkward, you cringe, like, oh, can we just skip through this? Because it is. It's very awkward. They ask these questions of these ladies and there's no reason to ask them. It's never going to come up in the job at all. It's complicated questions. Miss Rhode Island, how do you think we'd be able to take care of world hunger? Miss Pennsylvania, how do you think we'd be able to achieve peace in the Middle East? Look, there's no reason to ask these ladies these questions. Matter of fact, they should just title that segment, Worst Case Scenario. Because do you know how many things would have to go horribly wrong before Miss USA got handcuffed to the nuclear football? Do you know how many people would have to die before Miss Arkansas got to implement her policies? Here's a president, vice president, speaker of the House, the regional sales manager at Quiznos. They are all above her. She's not even first in line in the beauty pageants. Like Miss America is ahead of Miss USA, and as far as I think Captain America may be ahead of Miss. I'm not sure. I always get that confused. Who do you think first? Is it Captain America or Miss America? Which one do you think? Captain? Okay, Miss America's right, because Captain America isn't real. So I'm fascinated by things. I'm fascinated by sports. I like sports. I like sports events where both competitors are prepared for the contest to begin. Look, we're in an outdoorsy, you guys camp. In fishing, only one of the athletes is aware that the game is afoot. Southern California, there's a fishing show on the radio every weekend. Fishing on the radio. I didn't know fishing was so complicated they had to have a guy help them out with fish. When you think about what fishing is, seriously, and I know there are people here that fish, I don't care. The essence of fishing is you trying to outsmart a fish. And the fish are winning because they're still fish. You understand it? There are no more dodo birds because we won. We're man. We're top of the food chain, yet we still can't beat these fish. We got radar, depth finders, and boats, we can go out with fish, yet you can go fishing, come home with no fish. Fish have no technology. You understand the point I'm making here? None. There are no fish meetings. All right, everybody, gather around. We're still battling the evolvers. Hank, what have you got? Well, I've been thinking about it. Looks like our best bet is still swim away. All right, we're gonna go with swim away. I said, it's how I think. It's how I see things. Like I said, I saw crazy things. We all saw crazy things in 2016. This is the craziest thing I saw. Because I see things differently. Now remember, I work in Canada all the time. This summer, when I was up in Canada, this is the craziest thing that I saw. Everything. In Calgary, there was a high-speed police chase in Calgary that lasted 7 hours. A 7-hour high-speed police chase in Calgary. That's crazy to me. First of all, 7 hours? Police chase? That means either you have nothing to do or they're the most patient police on the face of the earth is what it is. 7 hours. Here's the other thing about it. They never left the city. Never left the... That's not even a chase. That's just a complex game of hide and go seek. That's all that is. 7 hours, never leave the city. Here's the story. Man and a woman stole a vehicle, led the police on a 7-hour police chase. And like I said, that's Canada, man. They got patience up there. Nobody's chasing anybody in the States for 7 hours. Cops get a little itchy. And depending on what you look like, oh my goodness, you chase somebody for 7 hours, you better have at least won a Heisman Trophy. I'm gonna tell you that. That's the only way they're gonna chase people for 7 hours. The people that are clapping, I like that. The people that are stunned, oh well. That's on you. I brought this to the village. Man and a woman steal a truck, 7 hours police chase. I think that is the greatest commercial I've ever seen for that vehicle. That's what that should be. 7 hours? They never left the city. Those are city miles, not highway miles. City miles. Never left the city. That should be the commercial. Just show the chase. And then at the end, boom, Ford Escape, almost. That should be the commercial. That should be the commercial. 7 hours, never let the police go, they were arrested without incident. Without incident? Did you not hear 7 hours? Is that what's going on? That's a work shift, 7 hours. It's quite conceivable that a policeman was halfway through his shift, then had to clock out. The next guy coming on, what do? You chase him. That's what you do. You go, tag, you're it. That's what you do. They took pride in it. And I'm like, really? You took pride? They go, we arrested the man and woman without any. I'm like, 7 hours? That was a man and a woman. Did we hear the first part? A man and a woman in a car for 7 hours. That was a mutual surrender is what that was. Like, no, I gotta get away from her. She gotta get away from me. Take me to jail so I can have some quiet is what I need. 7 hours. Now look, I said, you're outdoorsy people. You know, you go on long drives, you camp, you do the stuff. Think about the last time you were in the car for 7 hours with your spouse. Think about 7 hours and no police were chasing you. You know that car's just... 7 hours, she's sitting over there looking at the... I think they're getting closer. Oh, look, I know, they're chasing us. Of course they're getting closer. I'm trying to concentrate. Just try to help me. That's all I'm trying to do. Just help. Okay, I'm sorry, okay? Yeah, just okay. 7 hours. It's a lot of time. At some point, this happened. Okay, what? What is that? I know that means something. What does that mean? It's just, I'm kind of hungry. Oh, you're hungry? We're being chased by the police. And how are you hungry? You ate all the fries. I had 2 fries. 2 fries is what I had. How is it possible that you're hungry? I'm sorry, just 7 hours, long time. 7 hours with a woman in a car. What is it? What? I gotta pee. You gotta pee? You gotta pee right now. We're being chased by the police. You gotta pee. You had all day to go pee. You did delightful. We're done here. Good night.